What is going on, guys? It is Carly here bringing you day 7 of my 31 Days of Horror 2020, and today we are moving right on down the line to the year 2013, where we have the film Stoker. Yes, Stoker. This is a movie that I had wanted to check out for quite a while. This is one JP always told me was really, really good, so I finally went ahead and picked it up, and now I got to watch it. So Stoker, essentially, you're following this mom and her daughter. On the daughter's 18th birthday, I believe it is, her father is killed in a horrible car accident, and, she becomes super, super upset and depressed about it, and at the funeral, they find that he has this brother named Charlie, who India has never met before because he's been apparently traveling the world his entire life, so she doesn't really know him, and her mother is immediately kind of drawn to him because he says he's gonna stay around and help support them, and the mom is very distraught by her husband's death as well, so she's all for it, but India, on the other hand, the daughter, is not so much. She's a little bit suspicious and doesn't really want this guy around, especially since she's dealing with grief, and she just kind of is getting bad vibes from him from the start. So yeah, he moves into their house, and he's very just charismatic, very charming, just has this very just sort of perfect look to him, and the mother is instantly just very infatuated with him, and starts kind of getting a little bit intimate with him, and just seems that she's trying to pursue this relationship with him, and again, the daughter the whole time is very just leery on what's going on here, but as time goes on, she herself kind of starts to get a little bit more curious about him and what his motives are and what he's all about, really. So that's kind of what's going on in this movie. Right off the bat, I will say I enjoyed the film. I think it was a good film. I think it was well casted. The girl, the main girl, India, she's kind of like an outcast to begin with, and then she's dealing with all these problems, and I think she has a very good look to her. I think she does a solid job in the role. Dude that plays Charlie, I think he has a good look to him as well. You can see it's very bright right now, so you can't really see, but on the cover, he's very just has this very eerie look to him. His eyes are very bright throughout this whole movie, and just like I said, he kind of has this perfect glow to him that's almost unsettling, and just his smile and everything about him just seems almost doll-like. So very good look to him as well, and his performance is really believable as this kind of charismatic character who is suspicious, and you don't really know if you can trust him or not because of just how too good to be true he is. So I like that about it. I will say I kind of watched this movie while doing forget what I was doing. I was probably like uploading other videos or something like that in the background, so I wasn't giving it my 100% attention. I was paying attention for the most part, though. It's not like I didn't know anything that was going on, because I do know what's going on in the film, but I feel like this is one of those ones you really have to kind of sit back and take in fully, so, my apologies for that, because I feel like I should have definitely just put my full attention on the movie and not been trying to multitask, because I think this movie actually is very, very solid, kind of like a masterpiece of the time in a way. I think there's a lot of tension throughout it. You get a few like dinner scenes and stuff like that where it's just kind of uncomfortable and awkward with this Charlie character, and the mom and the daughter, and the mom desperately kind of wants her daughter to succumb to his ways and be a fan of him being there, but she's just not really feeling it. I'm always a big fan of those scenes in movies if they're pulled off well. I think they can be very tense and sort of awkward in a way, and I think this movie does that really good. And you also get some different moments towards the end that are a little bit disturbing in a way. This movie feels more thriller drama than horror, but I would definitely consider it horror for the most part, just for the general atmosphere and eeriness that you get throughout it. And like I said, it gets a little bit darker as India kind of starts to change her ways and her personality throughout the film. So yeah, overall, I think this is a good movie. I do think I should owe it a rewatch for sure. It is one I would not mind rewatching too. It's not like one of those ones that I put on and was completely bored by or not into. It's just one that I was, like I said, multitasking while watching it, unfortunately, and that does happen with me sometimes. So I do want to rewatch it eventually, but for now, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It is a good film. That rating could potentially probably go up with rewatches, but 8 out of 10, still a pretty high rating for the movie as is. So yeah, thank you guys once again for joining me for this day in 31 Days of Horror. What day are we on? Day 7 of 31 Days of Horror. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.